Hi, I'm Robert Jackman, and thank you for watching my channel, The Art of Practical Wisdom. Today I want to talk with you about the need for boundaries for the inner child to feel safe and be able to integrate with our adult self. So in our adult life, we're going along and maybe someone is yelling at us or someone's disrespecting us in some way. And that might be enough of a trigger for the inner child to then get activated and step forward, coming in front to protect all of us. And so the inner child is always on the lookout for any distress that might be happening for the inner child to then go into that action. And so the inner child might be defensive, might be yelling back, or might be shutting down. Whatever wounded tool we used as a child in those situations, that's what's in the toolkit for the inner child. So they're going to step forward to protect all of us. When this is happening, the inner child believes that that's their job. And so the inner child isn't looking to any part of us to step forward. The inner child is like, I have to protect you. This is my job. This is what I did as a child. And this is what I have to do. When we start to set strong boundaries as an adult, the inner child will look and say, oh, okay, the adult self is coming forward and protecting all of us. I don't have to work as hard. But that takes consistency. So in other words, the inner child will continue to do the job of protecting us in whatever way, and not shutting down, and not integrating with the adult self. The inner child will continue to show up until we begin to set strong boundaries. So when we're setting strong boundaries consistently, the inner child is like, okay, I see that the adult self is setting a boundary. I see that this is happening and maybe I don't have to work as hard. But the inner child is looking for consistency. So not just a one-off kind of experience, but where as an adult we're consistent in setting boundaries of saying no to someone or speaking our truth so that we're protecting ourselves. And when that happens, the inner child can set down all of those wounded tools and begin to say, okay, I don't have to work hard here to protect us. I can let that go. And the inner child begins to slowly then integrate with the adult self. And that really is the healing of your lost inner child. So that's when the healing occurs. That's when the inner child is no longer lost or wounded, but the inner child is saying, okay, I get it. I don't have to use those tools that I used as a 10-year-old little boy. I can be a fully functional adult. I can integrate with the adult self. So that's why it's so key for consistent boundary setting. And in my books, my first book, Healing Your Lost Inner Child, chapters 4 and 6 are all about boundary setting. And in my second book on relationships, later in the book, later in the chapters of the book, I talk about boundary setting as well. So that's why it's so important. That's why I included so much about boundaries in my books, because it's so needed for us to be fully functional adults. So I hope that helps. You can find out more information about me and my works on my website, theartofpracticalwisdom.com. I appreciate you watching my channel. I love to get feedback from you, so you can write comments or send me emails through my website. And I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.